hunger remains a significant challenge to the well-being of many, particularly in arid and semi-arid areas and also in our informal settlements. To address this, we have tripled the budgetary allocation for school feeding and set a clear goal to expand the program's coverage from 2.6 million kids to 10 million children by 2030. Towards this end, we launched an operational plan to scale up the program early this month. We are committed to action and fully determined to succeed. Kenya is also addressing climate change or climate challenges by combining initiatives that promote resilience, including robust support for school meals, provision of local sourcing, and fostering sustainable practices such as clean cooking and the adoption of drought-resistant crops.
Our model is designed to be accessible to all. Parents pay a nominal fee of 5 shillings, which is hardly 4 US cents, facilitated through a tap-to-eat payment system embedded in a watch like this that I'm wearing. Through this watch, and if you go around Nairobi, you'll see all our children wearing this watch. It's an NFC device. We're harnessing technology and data to make sure all our children are well fed. And of course, Nairobi, is a silicon savannah. So being a hub of innovation, our young people are the ones who innovated this. And we're telling many things. For instance, we can tell if a child is skipping school through this technology. We can tell how often they are attending. Wastage is close to 0% because we're using predictive analytics to prepare meals so that there's no extra. It is just enough for those schools that we're going. And it's more than that. The children refuse to remove this watch because it has given them identity. And when they go back home and on the weekends, they're still wearing this watch. They feel loved. They feel seen. They feel heard. And it gives them dignity. No child is pulled out of the school line in case the wallet doesn't have that 5 shillings. We take note of it and we pay for it. And I want to thank my friend Arnold Balozi, because thank you so much, Balozi. Your Excellency, when you did the Africa Climate Summit, I hijacked his minister called Chrysula and took her to Olympic Primary School and showed her what was happening. And the children just are so happy. They mob you and they laughed with her. She gave us €1 million to feed 10% who can't afford. So we hope and note that €1 million is also coming this financial year for the 10% who cannot, some can't even afford that 5 shillings. So please, Your Excellency, by reducing hunger, we have shown the impact. There's an increment in school attendance. In the past 1 year, enrollment has gone up by more than 34%. An example of a school we've been with you together, Umoja One Primary, population has moved from 1650 to 2,552, more than 900 students because of the introduction of this. We used to have 210,000 children in Nairobi schools. Now there are 316,000 in our schools. And we want to thank you because now you pledged and you gave, you didn't just say it, 1 billion shillings to Nairobi County to increase the classroom so that we can have more of these children coming to our schools.
In the last 2 years, we've hired 56,000 teachers more. And next January, we are hiring another 20,000 teachers so that every child in our schools have access to a teacher and they can learn. It is also a moment that even as we move into grade 9, we've not only finalized the process of building an extra 11,000 classrooms as government. I've also asked our members of parliament, using their constituency development fund, to also build another 6,000 classrooms so that next year we are ready to make sure that every child that grows to grade 9 have a classroom, they have a teacher, and I am very happy to announce that we have already made all the learning material available. There will be a book, every subject for every learner, to make sure that our transition is complete and our transition is effective. So as we discuss school feeding program, we're discussing the health of our children and we are discussing the education of our children, because as I said, our children are a blessing to us as families, as parents, and as a nation. And as we look after them, we ensure our future. It is the insurance that we have for our future.
Everyone is asking, what do we do about Africa's young people? The first thing, obviously, is to secure their future through education, through keeping them in school, through feeding them. And that is why we see this as an African solution to a global concern. Launched last year in August 2023 with only 80,000 learners in 45 schools. The program has now grown to reach 310,000 learners in over 230 public schools in Nairobi in 1 year. In this first year, we have served, Your Excellency, 30 million meals in Nairobi County. The food is distributed in a hub and spoke model where we have different kitchens in different parts of the city, and they cook every day, and the meals are distributed to the schools surrounding them. We have a great partnership. We engaged and procured food for education, and Wawira Njiru is here. Please stand up. We need to clap for you because of the work you're doing. She's a great partner because we believe in localized, homegrown solutions. Thank you so much, Wawira. And they run the logistics of it. We provide the political leadership. We provide the policy direction towards that. These kitchens, the 17 kitchens, Your Excellency, have become a backbone of a network dedicated to serve nutritious, affordable meals to these children. And some of them don't finish their food. They pack it and take it back home to their siblings and to their parents. And that's a sad reality. But thanks to our collaboration, we ensure that these meals are to the highest nutrition, highest standards of safety, because our children deserve nothing less. Your Excellency, we even made sure that it is domiciled with a minister. So our health minister in Nairobi, our CEC, is in charge of school feeding, and she is here, Susan Silentoi.
Hunger remains a significant challenge to the well-being of many, particularly in arid and semi-arid areas, and also in our informal settlements. To address this, we have tripled the budgetary allocation for school feeding and set a clear goal to expand the program's coverage from 2.6 million kids to 10 million children by 2030. Towards this end, we launched an operational plan to scale up the program early this month. We are committed to action and fully determined to succeed. Kenya is also addressing climate change or climate challenges by combining initiatives that promote resilience, including robust support for school meals, provision of local sourcing, and fostering sustainable practices such as clean cooking and the adoption of drought-resistant crops. We all know that our children are a blessing to us as parents and to us as a nation and humanity. We can never think about tomorrow without thinking about our children. And therefore, when we sit around a table, when we sit in a meeting like this to discuss our children, it is sacred. And it is the right thing to do. And it's emotional when we are discussing about feeding our children, especially those who would otherwise